Nothing. It's still a mess. So I went to the store, bought a couple of things for this week goal, which is starting the engine assembly. But otherwise, the store to which I went this weekend didn't have what we needed to finish that. So I'm gonna be probably ordering on Summit Racing something else. I saw they had some setup with that kind of material, but had a flexible part at the center, which will allow us, just like a straw basically, which will allow us to do the little shape we need to have in there. So this is going to be a thing we're gonna do, but before that, we're gonna be doing a lot of cleanup today. Cleanup is gonna be pretty much something really smooth, really calm. Hey, what's up, Maggie? Let's go! Bonjour, bonjour, comment vas-tu? What's up? So basically, yeah, we're gonna do some cleanup and we're gonna try to get prepared for having the engine, a table to work on. I bring a folded table here. Maybe we're also going to use that workbench there. Not sure yet, but yeah, we're gonna try to get a bit of cleanup done in here today. I'm giving myself 2 hours because tonight I have my first lesson to give to those kiddos in 3D animation. So session is starting again, so I'm gonna be having classes to give, but yeah, before that we're gonna try to get prepared for the week we have to do. Oh, it's so lovely. That emote is perfect, Maggie, with the little wrench. I love it so much. It's so cool. All right, so you want to see what kind of mess we have today here? Let's go. Dual side. Dual side. Ta-da! So over here we have the engine. It's not too bad over here, but we have to clean all of that to make sure we don't have a mess. We need to basically remove as much dirt as possible on the ground because we don't want basically dust to get inside the engine. And we're gonna also clean the workbench there because basically we're gonna need some space to put some tools and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of fun coming our way. So we're gonna try that. And in the meantime, the fuel tank here is gonna probably go again over here in that empty space, waiting for the last few parts to arrive for it. And oh, on the crazy things, front cam. Crazy things. I just ordered the ECU, which is basically the computer who's gonna run the actual car. So it released last night, so pre-order released last night, and let's say 30 minutes after the official post was done, I was buying one. So I've been waiting for 2 months and a half now for that little unit here. Let me show you what it looks like. Honestly, it's like something from the future. Basically, it's so good. Let me show you. Monitor share. Boom. This here, basically it is computer hype. Yep. Basically, that's what it is right now. So this here, this is the computer, the unit that's going to be controlling the entire engine, and on the right side is it's way smaller than it's supposed to be, but this is the wiring harness. So looks fancy, eh? This is the latest technology, and it is way more affordable than I thought it will be, to be fair. So you can see that over here we have a little antenna. Basically, this ECU is also Wi-Fi capable, so you can basically tune some details from your smartphone on it. You can connect to the computer remotely, and you also have the USB-C connecting cable to be directly connected to your laptop when you're gonna be tuning it. So pretty amazing. What I really love about it, so the thing that sold it to me, is the solid state relay inside the actual ECU. What does that mean? That means that, as you can see, you have a positive and negative terminal on top of the computer. This is going to be directly connected to the actual battery of the car, and basically you don't have any fuse that act just like a breaker in a house, and you don't have any relays that are turning on some action and are turning them off. Everything is controlled straight inside the computer itself. So this is really amazing. That means that we're gonna have just, for example, one cable going to the starter, one cable going to the electric fan, one cable going to the fuel pump, and no relays, no nothing. It's gonna be a straight input from the actual ECU. This is crazy. This is really fantastic. I cannot ask for better. And this entire unit fits exactly, it's called the Rebel LS, because LS engine. I wish they made this for my Tyco Sage. RIP. So welcome, Mike. Good afternoon, mate. How are you? So basically this is now bought, should be shipping somewhere between around mid-March, so can't wait for it. In the meantime, we have all the rest to do, like assembling the actual engine. The nest of wires in my engine bay. Oh yeah, that's gonna be so clean, man. That's gonna be amazing. So basically we'll have all that. It's gonna be super simple to mount. There's boost reference here. I'm gonna see if I'm going with Haltech boost controller, or if I'm going with something else. I might as well just order the Haltech one. I'm gonna compare to the AEM classic one if the price is really a lot different. But I know that if I'm going with the same brand as the ECU itself, it's gonna be easier to wire to make it work and everything and have the good signals. So we'll see for that, but yeah, this is actually the thing, so we need the engine assembled for that. Now, as the title says, I need to get into some cleanup around here if we want to be actually doing some engine stuff this week. So let's start right there. Dual front. I'm gonna put the mess at the bottom here. Dual front. Dual front. There you go, thank you. All right, so we're gonna start actually cleaning up, just taking the welder away and everything. I hope I had closed the gas. Yes, I did, perfect. Could you piggyback that Bluetooth dongle with a remote start setup? I know it's a manual, so you will have to park in neutral or not. I don't know, good question actually. That could be something super interesting to look at. Basically, right now that Wi-Fi dongle, because it's not Bluetooth, it's Wi-Fi, is used to connect to the computer. But I mean, from the computer, you can actually start the engine and crank it and everything. So I guess it will be a possibility, honestly. One thing I have to look at, and that's gonna be maybe a project for future me, once the engine and everything's running, is that one thing I had in mind for the transmission was actually to plug, like to remove the speed sensor on the side, which is a digital speed sensor, and put in a mechanical speed sensor with a little wheel, because you can do that on the T56. However, the computer needs the input from the transmission to see the speed we're going, and I could have a digital dashboard with like speed and everything I need in there. That's a possibility. I don't want to go there because the dashboard itself is $1,000, which is not super cheap, let's say that this way. And I would love to have the all the instrument from Datsun actually working in there. So this is the idea. However, a project that could be a thing is take the output of the computer for the speed. So the speed output that's supposed to go to a digital gauge, and from there maybe have a little, let's say, wait a sec, I'm gonna snooze the ads. There you go. So let's say you have the signal going to an Arduino, and then that is getting converted on a stepper motor to spin the actual cable that's going into the dashboard for the speed. So it will like replicate what it's supposed to be, straight input from transmission to the actual mechanical cluster. So that will be cool. I don't know how doable that is, but honestly, I just think that it's a certain amount of volt getting input depending on the speed, and from there we could probably go and have it like have a little driver. Hello there. Have a little driver control a stepper motor for that. That's what I'm doing with my T56. I had to do a sensor for the drive shaft as well. It is like a Yule color sensor they had. This is also a thing that Haltech used to do. I don't know if they still have something like this, but I know it is a possibility to get something like that. But like I said, I'm just unsure exactly on how this is working, and since everything is coming together with the harness and everything, so I will have like a cable from the T56 up to my main harness. I might as well use that and see if I can do something else for my speed gauge actually. What do you mean they don't? They don't like convert with an Arduino, or they don't do something else? Because I've seen that setup used in multiple videos. They haven't had any in stock for like 6 months. Okay, yeah, that's possible. Because basically I know they have, there's also like another possibility with like there's actually a company doing something like this that is like a digital to mechanical conversion, and it's a little box you can mount. It has an electric motor in it, and it's just spinning the cable, but it's $680 I think US for that small box with just an electric motor in it and something getting the signal from the T56. I feel like it's a bit expensive for like what is probably just a driver and basically just a driver and like a little electric motor at the end of it. So I'm pretty sure I can figure out something to do with that, but that's gonna be something we're gonna have to look at. There you go. So fuel tank on the side there for now. Because yeah, that's gonna be quite a big concern eventually, so we're gonna have to look at it. So I have some degreaser I bought, I have some lubricant I bought, brake cleaner also, because we're gonna have a shitload of brake cleaning to do, just to make sure the engine is super, super clean. Here we have everything in there, so we can throw that away. There and there. So like I said, what we tried to do with that, since it was kinking at the bottom and everything, I'm gonna try to find that piece that Summit Racing has. I've seen it in like 8 inches, so I guess there is like a 6 inches version that has like the same principle as a straw in the middle, which will be flexible and allow us to actually bend it the way we need it to be. So that will be pretty sick. Big ass bottle of brake cleaner, because we're gonna use a lot of that thing in the next few days, that's for sure. So that here, we're gonna be good to put that away. Here this is going in here. Are you still at home, Micah, today? I guess so, since you're here. Still too much snow for you to drive safely to work? That's crazy, man. That's actually crazy. That we're gonna have a little fire that's gonna go eventually. Oh, we have also here a few little things that I received, like these little fittings here with that hose that's gonna be for the transmission, for the clutch to actually work. So that's gonna be cool. Here, what is that? Oh, and I received also something to crimp my wires, which is pretty cool. I think it's actually just a tool that you open like this. You can clamp that into a vice grip. Then you open that, put your cable in there, sit that on top, and you just smash it with a hammer on top, and it crimps some thick cable. So the thick battery cable, this is a manual crimper, and it seems to be quite a cool thing. Not probably as good as a hydraulic one, the one you're pumping and everything, but it's gonna do the job for the like 6 crimps we need to do basically. It's gonna be either 4 or 8 depending on what's coming with the ECU. If they have the cable, we might not have to do those, but we're gonna have a battery terminal to the front terminal, maybe some others, but I don't think we're gonna have a lot of them to do actually. So that's pretty cool. All right, I think this disc is pretty much gone. It's bent due to the overheat, and it's also full of plastic. This is the disc we used to cut that thing inside. I got stuck in my driveway, freezing rain all night. Oh my God, man, what the hell you're living in right now? Damn, that sucks. That sucks a lot, actually. Gonna be cleaning a little bit the top here. There you go. That and that, we're gonna throw that away for now because we're gonna take those out in not so long. That's really cool. I didn't know. Well, I did know, but I never bought one. This is basically a roll of microfiber towel. So, well, they are not actually microfiber, that one, but it is still some thicker towel that will not leave as much dust and residue on the things you are actually cleaning up. And there's also one with microfiber that I might get for the engine assembly, I'll see. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I need to go buy also, because I forgot that during the weekend, but I need to go buy some because I want to say it, Scotch-Brite. Some Scotch-Brite for cleaning some surface on the engine that actually rusted a little bit. So we'll see. So that. Let's put that here. Let's start cleaning up here. So actual brake cleaner too. My last roll, so I bought another one for now until I'm going back to Costco where I'm gonna buy a big ass package. The tape, the soap that we use to verify the leaks around that little weld we did on the fuel tank, and now everything's sealed. Let's put that here, that here. Oh, I also received my new tungsten, by the way, which is pretty cool. So yep, big cleanup. What's that? Oh yeah, okay, cool. That's an angle torque. We're gonna need that eventually. I bought a bunch of new tools for the assembly, but now I'm like, what's that? All right, so this, and this here, we're gonna roll the air line back. Fun fact, I'm gonna have to put a mouse trap in here probably, because last night at 4:26 a.m. I had a signal like what something was moving in the garage, and when I looked, it was a mouse. So, Cheetos Happenos. Kind of unusual during winter, but hey, part of the game. There you go. That can go here. That. Let's open up a little bit more of this. We're not getting stretching that. That we're gonna have to start burning shits, which is okay. Air tool going in here. So looking at this, knowing that my ECU will only ship mid-March, which seems far and close all at once, you think, guys, the car is gonna be waiting for it, or I'm still gonna be working on stuff when the ECU arrives? I have my guess on that question, but I'm curious to know what you guys think. You think I'm gonna receive the ECU and I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, let's throw that on the side for now. We was looking for a warm place for winter. I got ladybugs in autumn if I'm not careful for that exact reason. Yeah, exactly. Hey, yeah, hopefully that's true, but I don't think so, because there's plenty of shit to do in here, and like, it's not like wires were the only things in here at the moment, so I think I'm safe for now. But yeah. By the way, Maggie, this is a new welder I was talking to you about. This is what we used for the first time last week. And now I need to make sure my wires are not all messed up in here. So I have still the old welder. You don't see it, but it's right in the corner there. And that one's the new one that allowed me to make some new process, like it's another welding process. Hello there, Ghost Hawk, let's go. How you doing, man? Good evening. Good evening. So latest news for you, Ghost. I just ordered the ECU for the Datsun. Let's go. Brand new ECU that released last night, actually. Like, it's not even old. Brand new technology, everything. It's gonna be so good. All right, here I might be I'm looking to what I'm gonna do with the controller and everything. I don't want to remove the controller itself. I might be removing the ground, actually. Let's do that for now. There you go. It's 2044 here. Fair. It's not on my side right now. On my side, it's barely, if it's 2044, it is 144 here. Easy stonk. But yeah, tonight I have my first class to give in 3D animation for the session, so that's gonna be a thing. All right, that's funny. I ordered the 25 feet long cord for the torch, but they gave me something way smaller. Like, it should be also adding more ground. Because if I want to like weld at the other side of the garage, I will need a longer ground than this. Whatever. So there you go. I'm gonna reconnect that, and now we're gonna roll it. So I'm trying to do some cleanup today, and if everything goes well, at the end of the stream, the engine's gonna be in here ready to get worked on for tomorrow. This is the idea, this is the plan, and hopefully it's gonna work. So, Maggie, if you wanna know a little bit more about that, like that way of welding, what is crazy, and the thing that was a bit hard to learn last week, is that you have basically the torch here. So I can show it to that cam a little bit. So you have a torch like this, and basically you have the filler rod, which I had a little bit left here, but no matter what, it was basically just a stick. So you are having both your hands focusing on the weld, and here on the table what you see is the actual pedal to control the heat input. So this is creating the electric arc from here to the metal surface you want to weld, and all the heat, so the intensity of that here, of the electric arc, is controlled by your foot. So right foot on that, pressing full pin makes it like full throttle, I say, is like putting the maximum intensity that you set up on the welder, and you can actually release it a little bit and stuff like that to help yourself with the heat. Kind of like a sewing machine. Basically, yeah. And like with that, basically, you are pressing the pedal and you have that to weld. You need to make a small movement and like bring the puddle of melted metal with you, and when you don't have enough melted metal in there, you just push a little bit of that rod you have on your left hand to bring more material with you. So it's really crazy, honestly. It was the first time doing that, and the project went super well. It was super fun. I sent you a picture about it on Discord, but yeah, I had a lot of fun learning that, and it's definitely like my top welding experience so far. It's so cool to do. And I think I haven't done too bad for a first time, at least. That's what he said. It is fun because basically, and I think you could be really good at this, because basically it felt like filling a line with a pen. Basically, you know, when you have like a pen that has a bit too much ink on the tip, and like it's doing kind of a bubble that you have to make sure you're not putting some ink everywhere. Like, I don't know if you get the idea where I'm going with that, but basically the melted metal is exactly that. It's like a drop of ink, and you have to bring it to just like melt it all the way across that line you're trying to fuse. So it's really cool for that. It felt more like actually drawing than welding something. And for everyone in the chat, Kindry in the chat is actually the artist who did all the midnight emotes. So the emotes of the channel has been done by her. So that's why I'm saying she could be interested in like just trying that welding process, because basically you like I said, it feel like you're kind of drawing super slowly with it and everything. And so I think she could enjoy that. Working the metal. And it feels so artistic at the same time. It's kind of weird. It's a really weird feeling. All right, what's going on in here? How did I manage to make such a mess? These are just like headphones wires. Thank you, Micah. All of them. All right, let's go with that. I'm gonna try to make sure we have a proper cable management so we're not damaging it. All right, seems like it went okay here. Now can I just bring it maybe to the top so I don't have to mess around with it too much? I will need to design something for it to be actually easier to handle, like have a bracket on the side or something. I was talking about it last week, but I think it will really be useful. At least everything is in one piece here, so we should be able to push that to the side, because look, it's gonna be with the other welder here. So I'm gonna push it. Yay! And we also use them, by the way, Maggie, in that friendly guys chat quite often. And oh yeah, that's true. I would say if you didn't know, but I know you don't know. Basically, last week, 2 nights in a row, that friendly guy on Twitch hosted my VODs on his channel when he was asleep. He's doing like some sort of, it's not a subathon, but you know, it's in that idea. So he's doing 24-hour stream. He's sleeping in a bed live on stream also when he's going to bed and everything. And so he was looking for content to put on his screen while in the corner he was there in his bed sleeping. And 2 nights there's two or three. at least 2 nights where he used my VODs in there to give me some exposure and stuff, and that's pretty cool. There was actually a bunch of people who followed the channel from that, which I'm really thankful for. That's cool. Like people going on in there, seeing that he's sleeping and just looking at the VODs and being like, yo, that's actually sick, and coming in here and follow. Like, that means the world. That. Hey, we're almost clean here. Pretty good. If we do that, it's not looking too bad. I mean, it's messy, but not too bad. This here, let's put that. Do I have any more brake cleaner left? Just let me look, because I bought some, but I want to make sure. Do I have some others? No, I don't really, so I did a great move to buy some more. Cool. I'm gonna put it where it's going, that one. So that table is pretty much done, so let's move it. That bunch of stuff to burn. Now let's handle that part there. So that part, oh hell yeah, free publicity, we love that. So that part here, there's a bunch of huge things, so it should be easy to clean the first half of it. Then the bench is going to be a bit painful to do. Welcome to anybody joining this afternoon. By the way, I hope you're doing amazing. I hope you're doing great. Oh, hello there. I just saw something that I love to see. Let's go, Hawk! I just fucked up my cam in the meantime. Yeah, let's go. How you doing? All right, let's try that. Let's try this. Amaze balls. Damn, that's a lot of amazing thing in there. There you go. Oh, can you see it? I'm getting all excited every time I'm seeing this. Oh no no no. Oh no 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 no. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I can't wait to play again with you, Hog, by the way. It was fun. It was super fun last night. Front cam. Even if you open a door that made me get killed by someone ratting. But it's okay, I still love you. Yes, tonight, yeah. Oh. Yes, I have my first class, but I just realized compared to last session, it's gonna be even easier because they are it's 2 times a week, 2 hours per night, and basically I'm back home pretty much when you are actually not even there yet. I'm coming back at my 7:30, so I should be around at my 8:30, something like that. So tonight, let's go. And you know what we talked about? Let me know if there's anything. Hey. So yeah, that's gonna be nice. I can't wait. It's lovely. I love it. This. Let me bring that here. I'm gonna put my welding mask in its spot. So today on stream, I'll act like I'm not here. Yeah, basically that's what that's what also Micah wanted to use my keys I bought last night. Yeah, but you know that what we would talk about, like about Micah, I think like, ooh, not sure, eh? I'm joking. It's a joke, Micah. We haven't talked about you, except saying you're amazing. It's I was to say it's cool. She's asking Micah, guess what? And I know she cannot say Vinto killed me too because I didn't. But yeah, she did that, and it's true actually. Actually, you got us all killed at that moment, and I never laughed so hard. It was like it was such a comedy show at this point. It was crazy. It was a tactical door opening. And when we say tactical, the point there is that except her, nobody knew she was going to open the door. 2 out of 10 comes right there, and therefore I was standing in front of that door, going down the spiral in the reserve to the D2, and I was there and I was hoping the guy we were VoIPing to open that door, and so I can start blasting. And Hawk, in a dynamic tactical move, opened the door, and I was there, and it went like, oh, pop, the end. Hawk over here getting the victory royale. Yes, except she died second. I died, then she died. Then our last team member got killed. They got all the loot. We bring all the loot to them. Kada, except I died too. Yeah, so that was pretty amazing, honestly. But like, the moment I went like, why is the door open? What? Bob, I'm dead. It was like the chaos she created. Like I just started laughing, but laughing. I was hardly breathing there. It was so good. Oh, slow motion, like everything went from 0 to 100 like that. It was something. Oh my God, that was good. Like, you know, sometimes you're pissed when you're dying. Like that game right after where I get killed at the beginning by an AI, because usually the AI, you can kind of push them and be safe. Like, and that one just one tap me. You're not laughing on those, but that one there, oh my God, that was so good. So that was a highlight of the night. Oh, and yeah, I've been an irresponsible man last night also after you all quit. I just keep going on interchange to do my survival. So I got my 5 survival for my daily, plus I finished the 7 survival quest. And because I was like, man, I'm so close to 35. I thought I will get it today. So before going to bed, I got 35. Oh, that was rough though. This morning I was kind of regretting that. I was in the bed and I was like, why did I went to bed so late? And that's maybe why I haven't streamed. Also, I had to prepare some stuff for the college, but yeah. Yeah, a little bit. It took me like an hour to do 6 survival. So it's not too bad. I had no death. Last survival for the daily, I encountered 2 PMCs that I started blasting me, and I just hide behind a concrete wall and went like, no, please, I just have 1 more survival for my daily and I want to go to bed. And like they stopped shooting and he was like, you okay, man? And I was like, I just want to live, I don't want to fight. And I was hearing on my left his teammate creeping. And I was like, can you ask your man on the left not to kill me, please? And he was like, oh, yeah, all right, then you can go. And I was like, okay, I'll take my knife, I won't look at you, and I will just leave. And I was like 30 seconds away from no backpack extract, and I just sprinted. I am speed. And it worked, it actually worked. I really didn't want to die just for the sake of going to bed, legit. And that was quite funny that it actually worked. But yeah, I was really begging for my life. Yeah, it worked. Was it Manly? Was it Chad? Was it Shift W? Absolutely fucking not. But it worked. Was it looking like a guy running? Maybe running for Kappa? No, not at all. But it worked. The point is, I lived. All right, that here, the fire, I'm gonna throw that in here for now. That here can go in the back there. Oh, you want to see the piece of technology I bought, Hawk? I showed it a bit earlier, but look at this. I'm gonna show you the money, where my money went. Look at this. Like, when you're talking about a car's computer, you're thinking something ugly. I mean, it's not beautiful, but it is looking like this. Like, it looks tech, it looks cool. There's a little antenna for Wi-Fi, so you can basically tune it on your cell phone or on a computer, and it's looking great. And there's gonna be all the wires for the engine. So, hey, compared to the actual, you want to see what's in the car normally? GM PCM. Like, the original one is a piece of garbage looking like this, and I'm going from that to this. Whoo! Yeah, true. That here, like all the thingy you will put, the sensor you will put on the head of someone. I mean, it kind of is, if you want, because basically, when thinking of it, what I mean by it kind of is that for an engine, okay? How does a computer can tell if an engine's running great or not? Sensors. So you have a sensor for the ambient air temperature that's getting inside the engine. You have one for the knocking. So if something goes wrong in the middle of the engine, you have basically what will be a, I don't know in English if it's called that, but in French it's stethoscope, so I guess so. But basically what the docs put in their ear to listen to your heart and everything, you have exactly that. They are called knock sensor, and they are listening to how the explosion is getting created in the cylinder. And you have a bunch of different sensor. Yeah, okay, it's the same. I thought so, but yeah. So basically you have pretty much the same kind of instrument on an engine, and the wiring you see is just what brings the signal to the computer, and the computer is gonna look at what's getting inside the engine, what's happening inside the engine, what's getting out of it. So exhaust gas are getting, there's a sensor for analyzing the amount of fuel compared to the amount of air during the combustion, because that's gonna change. The old run knock sensor, oh hell yeah. And basically all that put together create like enough data for the computer to say, hey, I need to fine-tune this, hey, I need to fine-tune that. And what's cool with those kind of computers, the aftermarket one, is that you can actually put all your settings in there, and when I'm gonna be turning the key for the first time, the computer is gonna be actually compensating for anything that's not exactly on spot. So if it sees like, oh, he said that he had those kind of injectors, but somehow they are not putting as much fuel, or they are putting much more fuel than we thought it would, well, the computer is gonna readjust the signal to make it spot on where it needs to be. That's not for like a performance use, but at least for just going and starting the engine and make it safe. Well, there it is. And also aftermarket ECU, the crazy thing about them is that you can also put some limp mode and stuff like that. So basically if the computer sees something wrong, instead of just letting you kill your engine, it's gonna basically cut the power everywhere and make sure that you're not damaging anything. You were not there anymore, by the way. You were not there anymore. We were in my channel and you never showed up. Just saying. I think you were with the wifey Melissa. Just saying. We did ran quite a couple of intense raids last night. That was crazy. I'm missing a bunch of little stuff here. That's going straight in there. I'm not even messing with that. That's going there. Hey, 3-point shot. I'm gonna bring you back on that screen. I want to be at 7 my time so early. To bed, okay, to bed. Not to be, but to bed. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Hey, congrats on the humanitarian task done. That's great. Blueberry done. Le blueberry. All right, so guys, it's getting together here. I'm starting to see the actual top of the toolbox. Dual side. Dual side. Hey, there you go. Look at this. Whoa, 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 we start to have a clean setup here. So these bolts are going at the back there. What are those? They are going into the part over here. Hey, I just found the actual keys for the Datsun. Damn. Not that I've been looking for them, but I didn't remember they were there. That in here. What's in here? Oh, you want to see some thick cable? This is some thick cable. Look at this. So this is going to be our battery wires from the back to the front. So yeah, we're gonna have to take a look at this a bit later. For now, what we have here, the rest of the fuel tank stuff, we can put that away. Cool. 2/0. It's not 1/0, it's 2/0. So even bigger. So yeah, I went with basically top stuff there, just so, hey, look at that. Here, you are over here, chat, hey. But yeah, basically I went with that pretty much because I was looking at the chart and being at 10 feet-ish, like 9 feet something. I was like, hey, 150 amp, I think. It was like in between 150 and 200 amp. And so I went with the big stuff because I was like, man, at this point, like the few tens of dollars more worth it. I would just want to make that once, knowing that the electric power steering is going to put quite a lot of load on those. So just by itself, there's a 80 amp fuse on that. So you can say on wire is always best. I don't ever like going over 50% for automotive at least. Yeah, exactly. But pretty much, yeah, the idea there was like the engine and body wiring itself is not going like to use that much, but the power steering itself has a 80 amp fuse. So even if it's running at somewhere around 50 amp, it's quite a lot. So I was like, might as well put something decent there. The worst it can do is that the wiring are not hitting at all and stuff like that. We use an alternator and so many other things that there will always be some surge. Drop hard to eliminate all of it. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and basically knowing that for the alternator, it's going to be plugged through the firewall terminals. That means that really even like charging the battery is gonna go through that actual wires. So it's not like my alternator will be connected straight to the battery. It's gonna be going from the actual setup there at the front, so we have less wire to manage. So the wires, I can put that aside for now. That's gonna be something we are going to do, but when we're gonna be waiting for parts, because this is really a nice little job to do later on. This here, that's here, for now is not useful. We're gonna charge that drill here. We use it quite a lot for sharpening the tungsten, because I was not doing great. That can go in the toolbox. The only thing I hate about ordering that cable is that I had to order like more than I need. These are 15 feet long, and basically I needed 9 and some, like I think it was giving me 9.5 feet. But I don't know when I'm gonna be pushing it in the corners and everything, if it's actually going to be just that or even more. So I could order either 10 feet long or 15 feet long, and I was too close to the 10 feet long. I didn't want to run into like, oh no, I'm missing 5 inches, or oh no, I'm missing 1 inch to get there. So I bought the longest one. Use leftover if you need to ground mount anything in the shop. Yeah, basically, so with 2.0, that's what I figured out. So won't be like, I know it's not lost, like a good quality electric cable like that, it's never really lost. So that's pretty cool. All right, that, let's make sure we not throw that behind. At some point, we're gonna decide what we're doing with the ignition switch too. We're gonna need the ignition wire at the back, and so that's the moment where we're gonna be going with the little duck here. So that is going to be used to basically break the ignition switch signal and also the light signal. So this way any gauge we are adding in the car is going to be plugged to that, and even the ECU need that signal there, so we're going to be using that too. I don't remember if I've shown it on stream. This is the Willwood because I want to say it. I'm gonna sneeze, sorry. Sorry. This is the bracket that adapts from the standard clutch master cylinder behind the clutch pedal to the Willwood master cylinder. I was not sure if it was going to fit, because this is designed for Skyline and Sylvia, and it actually is a perfect fit for the Willwood stuff, so and for the Datsun. So now you know clutch parts for Datsun, Skyline, and Sylvia's are all the same. So that's pretty dope, because that makes it way easier. Just order that part from the, I think it's Germany actually. Is it Germany, or I know it's in Europe, I don't remember where exactly, but basically got that part, took a month to arrive, and it's a perfect fit, which is amazing, because I thought I will have to basically modify it, but no, everything went in pretty well. All right, so here we're pretty good. I'm gonna remove that and just use a towel to clean the top of the desk a little bit, just remove a layer. Deutschland, ja. Ja, which is da, and not ja. No idea what you just said, and because of that I need to ban you, Micah, because you know TOS on Twitch, I need to make sure I'm okay with what's getting said into my chat. Sorry, Micah, I love you, man, but it's a ban. Oh, 1 beer, please. Let's go. Never mind. I approved this message. There's actually one in the fridge for tonight, probably. Hey, a cheeky one on a Monday, just to start my teaching session well, I guess. Yeah. All right. Bit of dirt in there. Might use actually some brake cleaner here. Just because I was in army over there doesn't mean I only learned bad language. But my French, oh, your French too is getting pretty amazing. Well, see, Jeff is not a bad word, I think. So you're good. Yeah, because Maggie, we teach Micah while playing Tarkov a few lovely words. All right, not everything's gonna go with brake cleaner in here, just the greasy parts. There you go. That. All right, seems pretty good. Oh, we'll have to check also if the ECU will need for the startup an input from the brake, from the clutch pedal actually. Oh, we're gonna be able to have launch control on that ECU too, which was the case on the other one too, so it's not like a big deal, but that's gotta be cool. And flat foot shifting. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. 4 years in Germany. Let me guess, you went to Oktoberfest quite a lot. That was part of your army duty, I'm guessing, right? Of course it was. Of course. That here, we are good with that one. That. All right, I think we're up to the next thingy here. Ooh, that one. That one is a mess. So let's start by getting that out of the way. Now let's grab the extension cord, fold it. Nice, that's cool. Crazy story there, Maggie. That's insane. All right, extension cord. We're gonna put that on top here because we know we're gonna need it anyway quite soon. Here. That part there can just go a bit further because we won't need that for a long time. So all the special can here, we're gonna put that on top there. The covers actually, I think for now we're gonna throw them a bit aside or there. I mean, for now we can just put them there because we're gonna need them, but not that soon. And we need to replace some seal at the bottom. As you can see, these are damaged and stuff like that, so we're gonna have quite a bit of work to do on them. I wouldn't be surprised that we have to replace a few things there. But they came back so good looking compared to what they were. Gonna be able to send that to the guy for some powder coating. So that here, those belts and stuff, we're gonna send this in the place where all the sanding paper are. This is our Bible. This is what's gonna be our most valuable tool next week. I need to take a look at this actually. Next week, I mean tomorrow. This week, I was too used to say next week because of last week, but it's gonna be now. We're actually going to work on engine parts. That's amazing. That's pretty much gone. We have all the bearings for wheels and a differential here because we're also going to do a rebuild of the differential. That's something I can burn. That's something I can burn too. There we go. Hey, true, eh? 4 years, that's crazy. You were not with Melissa at that point, right, Micah? Or were you? I don't think you were. We met when I moved back 2017. Nice. That's cool. That's empty. That's our throwback Monday. Last Monday we did this. Part of it actually. Learning how to TIG weld. That's our very first few little things on exhaust parts. Actually we did some on something else first, but then it was that on Tuesday, I think. Crazy. And we did improve quite a lot. That's cool. Oh, I can still see some stuff wrong in here that I didn't saw last week. So this part can go probably. But basically, hey, you know how I was telling you, this was a really good practice for what we will need to do on the exhaust things. Look at that. I'm gonna grab it again. But you probably have guessed it. Can I go? My keyboard so far. Control Alt T, Control Shift T. So basically, if I'm going to that next picture there, and it's gonna be open image. If you want to see something crazy, is that practice we did was not for nothing. We're gonna have 2 of those to actually weld. Look at this. So that first one here, the weld-on bung, this is for that sensor that's going in the exhaust. And here is one in aluminum or stainless, probably stainless, that one. And this is going for the air temp sensor. So that is going to be in the intake, or close to the intake, and that's going to be on the exhaust side. So we have 2 of them to do actually to make the computer work properly. So 2 of them are going to be used. So that's pretty crazy when you think of it. But yeah, that's gonna be that's the proof that we did something good by practicing that skill, because we're gonna need to do that without burning and damaging the thread. So yep, big things incoming. Let's put that on top here. I'm gonna go a bit fast over here because there's a bunch of stuff. So that can be thrown away there. All right, let's bring the engine forward. Let me put back my OBS on top. Woo! So we're gonna be working on that this week before it starts rusting too much. So basically what we're gonna do is degrease everything. I need to buy some Scotch-Brite just for those surface where some gaskets are going. On that side it stayed pretty clean, just a tiny touch of rust here and there, but nothing that Scotch-Brite won't be able to remove, and all our cylinder surface stayed pretty good through the entire process. Just a tiny bit in here actually, but I know there was one cylinder that had a little bit more than the others. Otherwise everything's looking great, so I'm pretty sure everything's gonna get removed pretty easily. I'm gonna remove the mounting point there also, because that's gonna be back on it afterward. And yeah, we're gonna make sure to that when I send it to the machine shop that everything's is clean. So we're gonna probably clean all the threads, all the oil gallery and stuff like that with compressed air. And after that we're painting the block. Actually I have a can of paint they gave me with it, so we're gonna be covering everything like with tape, and then we're gonna spray the outside of the outer side of the block, just so it's super clean. And yep, that's pretty much the idea here. So we're gonna be working on that really soon, well tomorrow. So tomorrow we might start by just cleaning some surface and taping everything and painting the block with a one or two layer of paint. Then we'll see that one. I want the surface to be pretty much aluminum colored, so just a silver gray on the outside here. That way it's gonna be easy in the future to spot any leak that could happen on the block, like oil or stuff like that. So that's just gonna make our work easier. So yeah, there's already some brand new brand new because I want to say it, camshaft bearing in there. So all the bearings gonna be brand new, everything's gonna be clean, so that's gonna be something really lovely. And that's for tomorrow. So let's just put back the sheet on it. That's helping to prevent any dust to get on there. And yeah, that's gonna be some good amount of work, but that's gonna be fun. Stressful, but fun. All right, so that here, that can go back there. Here, what we are doing now is pretty much just finishing cleaning the top there. It's actually going pretty fast, I will say. I thought it will take a bit longer than that, and I'm really happy it's not, because we have a lot of things to do. So let's clean the top here, because after that, ideally we clean the floor also. And I don't know if I have access to my vacuum cleaner quickly enough, but maybe tonight I will take it out so that tomorrow morning, just before starting, I can try to vacuum a little bit the floor, so I remove the biggest amount of dust on the ground. Because basically when we're gonna be blowing air on the engine and stuff like that, we really don't want anything to go up in the engine, around the piston and stuff like that. Because this week we're gonna probably get to actually gapping the piston rings, and like ideally goal of the week, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be something for next week a little bit more. Bottom end, which is what I just showed you, assembled. If the bottom end is assembled actually for the end of the week, that will be amazing. If it's not, it's no big deal. But yeah, because basically after that it means once bottom end is done, we reassemble the heads that are right there in front of the transmission, bolt that in there with the proper head bolts, torque everything, and we are pretty much ready to go. But like there's a lot of things happening in the bottom end of the engine compared to the top end, because it is a push rod system. So like camshaft and stuff like that, getting the timing correct and everything is happening at the bottom end compared to my BMW, which is pretty much half and half. I will even say there's more things happening on the head of the engine than at the bottom end on the BMW. So there we go. Hey, let's go. Just chased the two men on shoreline and they ran into minefield by train bridge. Like, let's go. Oh no. Well, that's excellent. Oh my god. So you just saw them or hear them blow? That's so good. So, oh my god. You're mean. Micah, you are mean. These guys just wanted to quest probably. Alright, that headlight here is pretty much gone. We're gonna keep it for now because if we want to test the lighting and stuff at some point, but I'm gonna throw it somewhere it's not in my way. Took two shots, they ran right into it, lol. So I got finished watching them die. I'm too bad to even do it. Oh, that's so good. Oh, now I want to play, man, but I need to go teach some kiddos some 3D stuff. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. All right. So here, the only tool I haven't bought so far, and I don't know if I'm gonna need it in the end or not, it's a clamp for the rod, the connecting rod of the piston. When you're disassembling them, there's a special grip you can have that goes into the vice grip. It's like an adapter, and I don't know if I really need that or not. It's kind of like it's something they say in the book to buy, but it feels it's more useful when you are pretty much disassembling the actual thing and not assembling them. So I don't know what's up with that, but we'll see. 2 hours teaching won't be bad then, Lotarkov. Yeah, exactly. That's what I need to keep in mind. And tonight might even be a bit shorter because actually tonight is just like the course plan and stuff like that. So basically I'm just telling them, hey, this session we're gonna see this. You're gonna be evaluated on that. So yeah, the fun. That's some good memories, right? So yeah, so I will see, but I might go a bit short on the time there. I'll see, because usually that class actually brings a few questions and stuff, and it can be pretty cool. So it's just some nice talk, but yeah, we'll see at this point. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna bring the broom and just start cleaning the floor over there, then come back to here, pushing the engine back there, and we're gonna start maybe after that burning some stuff. I didn't mind your class. Was generally one of my favorite. Yay! Hope so. I hope so. But yeah, no, I feel like especially the post-production class is really, really fun. Like, I really do enjoy teaching that class because like it's my little, it's like, for me, it's not stressful because basically I'm just telling you like, hey, look, that picture is beautiful because of this, because of that. And then I just go ahead and walk my way around on that, but like it's not as stressful as the project class. But I look forward to coming to class every week. Yay! Yeah, because basically I feel like when you're going into like the project class, it's a bit harder because even for me it's a big amount of stress and everything. Even if with you it was the best because it was the Twitch intro. By the way, I'm looking forward to probably do another Twitch intro next year. Not for me finding someone, but I want to get back into that project. We tried 2 different projects in the last 2 years and it was never as good as that one, production wise and also just management wise. So next year I'm going back into those kind of project. I want to be back on the Twitch thing because it was just the best. It was actually the best. All right, this is pretty full, so we might be putting that in those empty ones. This is why I keep them. I probably have. Pom, 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 pom. You. I can see chat properly. The Twitch intro was such a blast. It was so cool. Which is amazing, honestly. And that's the idea there. Like, I mean, that's still the case. Most of them do get that. But what I've been fighting for since the Twitch project is, first of all, the interest into the project over the session, even on my side. So that's one thing I need to be keeping in mind. Like, I really need a project that is motivating even for me. And after that, I will say that how would I say that? Like, the Twitch intro was just the best on many points. The pre-production, a lot of freedom for you guys to actually give ideas and stuff. But in the end, this year, what was like, we had even more freedom, but not enough reference points. So it was super hard to create from that, where the Twitch intro was, hey, here's a concept, and this is what I want. Like, it was super specific in the end, even though, like, at first it was super large, like anyone could give any idea and it was like okay. But yeah, so from all the mistake I've done, all the, well, yeah, I'm saying mistake, which is maybe a big word, because actually it's more like all the testing I've done. I've concluded that the Twitch formula is the best, and next year I would love to try it, but in Unreal, with Ben helping me, of course. But going into Unreal Engine and having maybe some interaction in there. Like if we're doing a building, well, the lights of the building will be controlled by chat and stuff like that. So I need to approach a few streamers for that, but I'll see. Not gonna lie, Micah, I was thinking about Friendly Guy to get along that project and maybe do an intro for him. I thought that would be cool. Right, I can't see chat right now, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna just finish that and then I'll come check. Maybe if I'm going like this. There's a pop-up for the ads. All right, well, 2 were enough. Perfect. Let's go. Easy, stonk. So that one's now empty. That big one, though, is really not empty, but we won't need it for anytime soon, so that's gonna be okay. Let's put that on the side here. Just need to cap those. So as you have understand, here is all my old engine oil I'm putting there. And sometimes gun cleaner and lubricant Lucas oil sells premium synthetic in a little bottle for the price of a car. Nice, that's cool. Yeah, me, I'm just using the used oil there because there's a bunch of different type of oil in there, so I'm just putting them back into some 1 gallon bottle like this, and then I'm bringing them back to a garage where they are just having a recycle bin for those on the side. So this way it's not getting wasted, I'm not burning anything, I'm doing something clean, but I don't have to pay to get rid of them. Hey mon pauvre Woody tout sale. You shouldn't be looking at this like, welcome man, what's up? Been a long time, hey hey hey. Bonjour, bonjour. Je parlais justement du projet Twitch and shit, là, quelques minutes. Il est confortable en passant. Tu m'avais demandé de te faire un feedback. Je t'avais dit, laisse-moi le porter au moins pour le savoir. Il est confort. Parfait pour le garage. J'ai eu à faire un choix entre mon Spider-Verse hoodie puis celui-là. Puis ben, c'est celui-là que j'ai sacrifié pour le garage. L'autre fois, et moi et Ben, on était dans le garage avec le hoodie. Just saying. All right, Septic's Pigeon in chat is the one that ordered those hoodies for the college where I'm working at. So basically, he's a bit depressed of seeing that in the garage. Hey, today we're just doing some cleanup, so it's not like I'm going to be damaging it really. Just a little bit of dust is not killing your cloth. Freaking Gen Z. Hey, not even able to work and get dirty sometimes. I'm kidding. It's a joke. And this is how Vinto got cancelled. It is actually free advertisement. Like it could be a hashtag ad where I'm basically asking you money, guys. Just saying. Thanks, Micah. You saved the day again. Back in my day, I was walking 10,000 miles to get to school.
Did you know with Amazon Prime, you get a free sub every month? Any primers?
Any primers? Official Ento sponsors, I love it. That is violent. Shot fired. All right. Whoop. This is where I need to get a bit more into cleaning those edges there, here. So much dirt. I really need to try to remove as much as possible. Vacuum cleaner tomorrow will be a good idea. I will try to bring that from the house in here. You're seeing that lake, but I haven't seen anything yet. Professor of Horsepower and Chadologila Tarkov. I love it. I love it so much. Maybe Lake did use this Prime, but haven't shared it. Learn how to Twitch. Dean of D2. How to make cheese in D2. Le fromage. How to get a le fromage in D2. It's all good, Lake. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've seen the counter go up by one, so it's all good. It's all good. Look at this. The Datsun's gonna live one day. We're getting there. Just ordered the computer for the car last night. Pricey but worth it. Ratology 101 Le Baguette. That's so good, Micah. I love those calls. We could really build a school out of all that. Some amazing classes in that school. I guarantee it. There you go. Hey, it's getting actually a little bit cleaner in here. that if I can just push it a little bit to the side here, just so I have a bit more access to everything, like so, because we're gonna have a bunch of boxes to access here. Ooh, big pulley. Yep. Total seals and stuff. Hell yeah. That's gonna be good. I can't wait for that. Is this gone? Yeah, this is pretty much empty. I got also the slave cylinder here. I got this, I can throw that away now. Boop. So this here is a torque, angle torque gauge. So for those who don't know, you'll see that getting in use eventually. But for now, it stays there. I have the ring compressor. I have everything to assemble. I have some assembly lube. And we're gonna use assembly lube because basically, speaking of working, I have to go admin the school Minecraft server. You see, oh, what? Do you really did that? That's amazing. Let's go. My high school has this sport now sponsored by Amazon and Microsoft and stuff. My friend who coaches football and wrestling is running it. What? That's sick. Lube it or lose it. Yeah, we're gonna use assembling lube because so far what happened on that project all the time is saying like, next week we're gonna do this, and then we end up doing something else. So if we're to assemble the engine, we won't use engine oil because engine oil can get dry quicker, and basically that will mean having like the engine sitting there and getting dry over time. So lithium grease, yes and no. I prefer some actual engine assembly lube. So the real thing, red, like this. So the red line stuff here, that's gonna be our thing. So this is really staying on the bearing surface and everything. And so because of that, we can let the engine sit for a month before starting it without even getting worried about it. So that's gonna be useful, and pretty much yeah, provides 3 times greater film strength than conventional black molybdenum. I think this is the moly grease and the lithium grease and stuff. But yeah, so it's gonna be also preventing any rust from happening. So super useful, super cool, and gonna keep all our bearing wet until we turn the key for the first time, which we already know it's not before like a month and a half to 2 months. Actually 2 months, because we are end of January, mid-January right now, and since we won't have the engine ECU before March, we're stuck with no engine, like the engine won't start before that, so that's for sure. What we can do though is having the engine assembled, sit it in there, and do everything else around it. So if we're lucky, at the end of March, all we have to do is lay down our wiring loom, connect that to the ECU, turn the key, and that will be amazing. I hope it happens. I'm not sure. I'm not convinced it's gonna be the case, but it's gonna depend how fast we move through this entire project. So finger crossed. All right, what else? So vacuum cleaner for sure. We're gonna be moving that a little bit. I just put some grease on my finger because there was some grease on that chair, that stool, and Let's move that to the side too for now. This side is pretty much done. Now this side still need a bit of cleanup. So there you go. Oh, and Micah, since we're here, I think I showed it to you last time, but yeah, there we go. So pretty much what I was talking to you about the carburetor and stuff, you have your lines, so you will have to make sure you have a proper fuel pump for that, because you need some really low pressure in that. Then you're gonna have to figure out your throttle cable for your car. and it's pretty much that. Here is the vacuum line, and if you're doing the vacuum line for your brake booster, make sure you have a check valve in it. So this is the check valve here. It's going in one direction only, and this is allowing you to have a smoother brake pedal. But that's pretty much it. Otherwise, there's no big deal. Like the thermostat on the side, so you're gonna have a vacuum line coming from the top of your engine to that, and yeah, that's it. That's it, really. So could be really easy to put in place, actually. Let's put that on the shelf somewhere without going with the actual webcam thing. There's no more space in here, to be fair. So I don't even know where I'm gonna put that, but I need to find a place for it. Might go straight into the workbench for now. There we go. That's not bad looking. Just for now. And nothing's more permanent than a temporary thing. So might be for a long time, but hey, we'll see. Cable here can actually try to clean that a little bit to prevent any risk of contamination into the engine. So like so. I've burned so many boxes so far this year in that little oven there. It's crazy. Just because I've received so many car parts, which is not a bad thing if you ask me. So we're gonna have that table also to open up and see how good it's doing to put our engine parts on it, and also since it's a clean table, we might be able to use it actually to prepare some parts, take measurements, stuff like that, without risking big contamination or anything. That's what I'm the most worried about. We're gonna be so careful about everything for the engine because it's my first engine rebuild I'm doing. So I really don't want to mess up. I have already like around $5,000 put on that engine, and it's not like even together. So, and I'm not even talking about the tools I bought for it. It's really just about like in parts and in like machine shop and stuff like that. So it get pricey. It's not that much for an engine actually, but it's still not a small amount of money. So that's where I don't want to fuck up, because I'm trying to prepare an engine for like 800 to 1,000 horsepower and pull, like prepare everything to be able to handle that, but go for 600 horsepower. Well, 750 at the engine. So that's pretty much being like a little bit overkill for something that's gonna make way less than what it could handle. But yeah, we'll see that in time. Also, the only thing, if you're still there, Micah, the only thing I'm unsure of is if I'm going with the Stream Deck for, whoops, hey, there we go. If I'm going with the Stream Deck for the car. And for those who doesn't know, is that my ECU is compatible with like a keypad that's looking like a Stream Deck, but from Haltech, and basically you can tune it to have multiple things on it. So that could be really cool to do. But at the same time, I'm like, that's adding to the price. So for now, I think I'm gonna run without it just to prepare the car, and after that, I might run with it. Like I might buy everything and have it once it's tuned to be able to make different tune on it, so I'll see. That will be cool. And on the keypad there's, why am I always leaving the broom behind when it's the same one to basically grab everything? But yeah, basically I will be able to run multiple boost setup and stuff like that on the car, which will allow me to have like a lower power street setup, maybe one especially for autocross that's in between the street and the full power setup, and then have one that is full power. And they have labels that are so good. There's one, I ran a separate OBD2 plug-in box that did all my tuning. You see my name, I had 17, so the box connected to my phone and laptop, and I tune off that. Our shop can send you tunes via email it. Yeah, basically what I'm talking about though is having that on just basically a button inside via CAN bus. I can show it to you. But being straight mounted into the dashboard and having like a little button basically. Let me just grab that, grab this. The only thing is that you know how company works, so basically it's adding to the thing pretty quickly. But yeah, let me show you. So if I'm doing this, because the way it's designed, it makes it like I have to buy multiple things. So on the Haltech website, basically, if I'm going over to product, like you have the Rebel LS pre-release, everything, and what I can go for is output, is this input and CAN expression. And what's cool with it is that keypad there. However, I'm gonna have to buy that because there's not enough CAN bus adapter for it at the moment in the wiring harness, and one is already used by the wideband. So basically you need to split that into multiple inputs. So here you have a 4-port to 1, so one coming at the back from the ECU, and the others basically getting used by other accessories, and from that I could be running that. And the 15 button, as you can see, it's $420 US, which is not cheap. Well, not that bad, I guess, but yeah, so basically you have that at the back here. You just plug to the CAN bus port, and you can tune any button the way you want it to be. And what's really cool, just to give you an idea of what you can do with all those, since it's CAN bus, you can basically mod anything. So you can have some drag racing stuff. You can really make the car like handle the way you want and everything. Anti-lag, boost up, boost down. Some people even put turn signal and stuff in there. You can have lights programmed to it. You can have basically anything you want. Someone could even make an automatic transmission work from that, basically, which is crazy. And the one I really love is those here. So you have the turtle, the rabbit, the warp speed, the don't panic button, the afterburner, middle finger extender, invisibility clock. It's so good. So seeing those, I'm like, oh, that's cool. The valet mode, that is pretty cool. Pit speed and stuff like that. So yeah, so basically, also one thing cool is that the ECU will be is cruise control capable. So this is pretty amazing, to be fair. I just need to take a look at. I think it's only for a drive-by-wire, and I'm gonna be drive-by cable, so I will need to change that over time if I want a cruise control. But having that, I will be able to have a cruise control thing in there. So that's pretty cool, honestly. So yeah, radio, I think, or something. So that's nice. Sport, race, and the classic rolling call. It basically had 2 sequential variable modes, and then plus 75, 150, 155 HP. That's nice. That's amazing. So yeah, it's pretty much the idea here. And basically, when I'm looking at it, what I would love to do is having the turtle one, the rabbit one, and the warp speed or don't panic, but probably more warp speed. And so having like the street, autocross and warp speed to have three different setup for the different power figure out there, and yeah, then having a few different possibility like the boost down, boost up, and stuff like that. So just changing basically the maximum amount of psi you allow the turbo to run to. So that will be sick, honestly. But yeah, so the keypad itself is for $20, and this is another $120. So you're basically talking $800 Canadian, even more, something like that. Ugh, oh, that hurts. So that's why I'm gonna do that on the second time and not now. Let's go! What's up, blood?
Bloodstone 9 is looking for more power for the last 5 months. What up, man?
Let's go! What's up, blood? How you doing, my man? Thank you so much for 5 months of tier 1. Hell yeah, baby. Hell freaking yeah. You're amazing, man. We were talking about geeky stuff right now, and I was talking to the cam like this, but you couldn't see me. So thank you so much. Let's go. Oh, now I need to make Vinto's the best. Oh, hell yeah, buddy. I've done it. I've done it. The next day you were spamming friend me in chat. So just saying, you ask, you receive. That's how we roll here, ideally, when it works. To the moon! I love it so much. Right now it's pretty much Micah and NPV who make it to 30 so far. That's crazy. And yeah, we were also looking at geeky stuff like this. So basically, I ordered that last night. It came out, and 30 minutes later I ordered it. So the pre-sale for the new ECU. So basically, this is the bugs that's going to control our entire engine and transmission things. So that's gonna be pretty amazing. New technology, solid state relay, and no fuse, no relay outside of that computer. That's so cool. So as you can see here, basically, just for those who didn't saw that, but you have auxiliary, fan, fuel, ignition. So the first three are preset, and the fourth one is going to be a custom one. We can make it whatever we want. Oh. Sorry. Oh, so much dust in here. So yeah, so basically the fourth one, we're gonna be able to make it whatever we feel like, and after that, oh, that's so cute. Thank you, Micah, for spreading the love. And yeah, the fourth one, I already know what I want to do with it. It's gonna run our second fuel pump. So basically that input here, I should be able with the software to tell the computer to look at the boost. And when the boost is getting in the positive, or let's say over 3 psi of boost, that one will turn on and power the fuel pump, the secondary fuel pump, just to make sure we never have some fuel system issue. All right, other crazy thing I've been thinking of. You want to know something cool about these? Why did I put the front hand? Let's go there. So basically, knowing the way my fuel pumps are going to be connected to the ECU. Yes, it's really advanced. It's basically the latest one to come out, especially for that engine. So it's just, this box is just doing that engine, and basically you can plug just positive, negative on top, and it's powered, and it's gonna manage everything. Instead of having tons of wires, it's gonna be a really simple wire thing. Also, one thing crazy about that, let's say I'm at a track day, I'm running the Datsun on the racetrack, and at some point I feel like something's wrong, or the Datsun turns off, and it is the fuel pump that has overheated and like broke. What's crazy with that computer is since there's Wi-Fi, I could go right on the software basically and look at through like the software on my cell phone, look into the computer what's wrong, and with the log say, hey, it's the fuel pump that failed, and take that auxiliary one, the fourth port, and merge it with the one that is fuel, that is second one from what I see there, and tell it to invert them. So basically my secondary fuel pump will become the primary fuel pump in the meantime that the primary is broken, and therefore I will be able to at least run the car back home. That's amazing. Like, not even having to open anything, go into the fuel tank or something like that. You could basically just switch that through the cell phone on the computer saying, hey, no, you need to take the secondary one for now and turn it on at all time, and boom, it will be working basically. So that will be insane. I'm saying that it's not totally true thinking of it, but it will almost be. I will need a check valve on the primary if I want to do that. That's a good question to ask myself there. I might be adding a check valve on both, because this way will make like either the primary or the secondary fuel will push but couldn't come back. So if one day I need to, for XYZ reason, to switch from primary to secondary running at all time, it wouldn't push the pressure back through the primary pump. There will be a check valve on this side too, and basically wouldn't change anything for when the car is running normally on the primary. We might have big brain the thing right there, so that's pretty cool. All right, well, let's keep going. Let's see what we have left in here. So basically that's done. We can send that towards there. We have a bunch of tools here we're gonna need in not so long. Still a bit, I wanted to do some vacuum cleaning at some point here. I'm gonna put that under here. I'm gonna turn that through here. So I'm gonna start burning stuff, I think. That's what we're gonna do. And now I need to do that and that. Check valve switch like in the traditional double fuel tank setup. What do you mean and a switch inside? Why I wouldn't put just a standard like check valve that open up with 2 psi of pressure, knowing I'm gonna be running like 60 psi. I'm not sure I understand why I will have a switch inside. I could just have basically the fitting with the check valve in it, and had one right at the output of the primary and secondary pump, and then do the Y fitting down there. No? Because I don't see why I would have a switch, because basically I need that to be automatic when the secondary fuel pump is gonna turn on. It's gonna be when we're on boost, so there's just a check valve to make sure that it won't fight the flow from the primary. Actually, the check valve is so when the primary is running, it cannot go back into the secondary. What do you mean automatic? Because basically, oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be running that, because basically, like the standard check valve is just a flap that can open in one way, and it takes like 2 psi of effort to open it. And if you have back pressure coming back on it, it just stays closed. So that's the idea there. So when the secondary pump is not running, the primary won't be able to bypass through the secondary pump. But if I'm adding a check valve on the primary too, it will mean that if for one reason I will make the secondary primary, well, it will work also. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I'll need that, to be fair, just because in a fuel system the check valve is pretty much like, it will need to get dirty AF to be not working. So I'm trusting the filter at the bottom of the tank a lot. I will need to check. Honestly, send me a link in DM if you happen to come across one. I'm just curious because I wasn't planning on that at all, and I'm still not convinced about that, but that could be a thing. Mine automatically changes over at 1/8 thing, but I've had a time or two where I've had to push the button. Oh! And why was it changing? It was like some sort of reserve or something. Oh, it was a factory Chevy one. Okay, that's why. Maybe. Like, because me, it's really just looking like an AN fitting with a flap in it that's only allowing the fuel to move one way, not the other. So it's really acting just like a gate to prevent backflow or more reverse flow. So that's the idea there. Oh yeah, okay, but okay, yeah, I get what you mean. And there, that was with those fuel tank that had like a bump in the middle, and you had to run two fuel pump, right? Yeah, cause mine basically I can probably find them really quickly, cause it's really just. All right, -8, well, 8 AN. Check valve fuel. Whew, that's not cheap. But basically the idea here is that. So again, let me show you. Let me put the chat back. So basically, there. So this is the idea here. So it's just like here, it's a classic just a valve opening up and letting the flow pass in one side but not the others. And as you can see, that one, it's not written the amount of force needed to open it, to break it open, but usually it's not a lot. And so yeah, it's working really well. Did I already turn that back? Oh, okay, it's because it's there. So yeah, they are not cheap, but this is what we will need. Like that. And so with that, like here it's a 6 AN, but basically that is just making it go through in one way. So you have a male adapter here, female on the other side, and you just add that to your fitting. So basically if I take that, but let's say in 8 AN fittings, that will mean, and the website seems bugged right now, but that will mean I can just go ahead and basically buy 2 of those, have a 90 degrees getting out of the tank, what we added to the fuel tank like last week, and then 90 degrees, plug that straight into there, then having my fuel line starting after that, which means when the fuel pump's turning on, it's going through here, but it never came back here. So you see, that's the kind of price that you're adding, like small details that are adding up to the price of a build really fast. I'm gonna tell you that these are the kind of things adding super quickly, but it's part of the game. Like seeing that, it's gonna be like $100 for 2 fittings. Classic. So yeah, so that's the idea. Nothing complicated, just like race stuff basically to make sure everything's going well and in like the simplest way possible. All right, so let's burn some stuff now. I think I was disconnected from chat, so I might have missed some stuff, by the way. I just saw it saying reconnecting. Let me check on here. It seems okay. All right, so let's burn stuff. Dual side. Dual side. Oi. Dual side. There you go. Seems like I already have the box in there, so I'm just going to throw a few more things here. and we're gonna burn. Fire! So we're gonna make a bunch of space for tomorrow. That's my kind of way to start a fire. No time to chill. All right. There we go, and we're gonna prep the rest. So basically we have the transmission stuff to burn. Like all the box here needs to go. So that we won't have that in our way tomorrow. So yeah, just a little bit of a vacuum cleaner and we will be ready to start. So I think it's looking good for tomorrow. I might start the stream a little bit late tomorrow, just so I can have the time to maybe vacuum first because it's gonna be noisy, and maybe bring upstairs a few tools that are not necessary for now. Yep, that could be a good idea. Actually, that could be not a bad idea. Honestly, at first I was thinking of pushing the Datsun outside for when I'm gonna be doing the engine, just to have maximum space in here. But I have quite a good amount of space at the moment, and I just don't want to deal with the Datsun outside if it's starting to snow. So yeah, I think it's gonna stay in here for the time being, where we're gonna be assembling the engine. After engine's gonna be assembled, we're gonna put the clutch at the back, then we're gonna mount the transmission to it, and once the transmission's gonna be mounted to it, we're gonna be sitting that inside the car for a first time and see where everything's lining up, because we're gonna have to order probably the little not so little shifter lever. Yeah, I just need to bring woods in here actually. I have some, but now it's all stuck in the snow, so... And with the computer next to it, like, I need to take care, because that's worth some amount of money and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really cool. Usually when I'm putting woods in it, I also have the big fan, you can see right there at the back, to push the heat around, and it's really, really fun. What's up, bro? Yo! Wait, what? Oh, yeah, you're there. Hello. Hello, mommy. Hey, mama, I'm on the TV. It's quite a lovely setup, I have to be fair. Streamception. But like, basically the mic on top is the one for the voice command, because the one I have on me is too loud for it. And like, it's quite a lovely setup, I have to be fair. I'm really happy with it. It's been improving since like the beginning of last summer, and it's been so good so far. There we go. And this. Fire! Oh. There we go. Gonna wait for that one. There's not too much to burn, so that's cool. Because I hate when it takes forever. because I need to make sure I'm not packing it too much, because otherwise it's heating a little bit too intensely in there. But yeah, gotta wait for that. What time is it? 3:20? Not too bad. I want to leave soon enough so I can go to the store and grab some Scorch Brite tonight. So we're gonna be all set for tomorrow. Like I said, it will probably be quite a short stream. Like we're 2 hours in it, and I think we're getting close to the end actually. We're just chilling and having a cozy time doing a bit of cleanup, because that's also a part that is involved when we're doing some big project. I want to ask one of my friends if he will be willing to try to come and clean up the engine bay even more than I've done so far. He's a body worker. That sounded like he's doing some fitness, but no, he's working on cars and stuff since a while, and I was maybe looking forward for him to come and give me a help to clean up even more the engine bay. But looking at it, it's really not that bad, so we might be able to just go ahead with what we have so far. Maybe put a little bit of putty just to make some shapes here and there a bit more softer, but otherwise we should be pretty good with that. Can't wait to paint that engine bay and make it black again, like all shiny black all around. That will look so good. Just waiting for that to burn, to burn, to burn, burn. So what are we going to do tomorrow? Let's see in the book. While the fire is burn. Tomorrow, that's the disassembly. Cool, so that's the checkup before sending it to the machine shop. We've done that. That we're okay, everything was done at the shop. That we're good. The physics of high performance. Their head and everything. So everything was bring back to its thing. It's burning hot in there. All right, so cylinder bore and stuff like that, everything has been done at the shop so far, so that's cool. Now it's gonna be about reassembling the stuff. Component cleaning, so that's gonna be where we're starting tomorrow. Well, actually, I've already said it, but we're gonna be starting by cleaning the block and painting it. So that's gonna be our first step, just so it gets protected. Then maybe I will need a few brush. Looking at it, maybe a few brush could be useful. So we might grab a bit more things at the hardware store tonight. So basically here they are recommending to use some thread, I don't even know how they are called, but basically the things to create threads to basically clean everything in there, make sure that the oil gallery and stuff are clean. So that's probably something we're gonna try to do. What's cool with that book is that you have even like 3D diagram like this to see how the oil gallery are going around the engine. So that's gonna be helpful. Other than that, we're gonna be cleaning all the surface, the bearing surface, oil passage and stuff like that. Gonna be putting a bit of air in there, clean the cylinder wall. to remove particles from there. We're gonna be removing some, we're gonna be making sure the crankshaft is cleaned. Make sure the pistons are, the pistons head are clean. We can soak some parts into solvent too. And there's non-soakable parts like lifters and rockers. It's not the actual one, it is an aftermarket thing. It's not from GM itself, but it's one of the books that everyone over the internet recommends, and it goes from disassembling from all the kind of engine you can have from those to actually how to disassemble step by step and how to check and reassemble everything. So you have all the measurement, the tolerance, what parts you must upgrade if you're going for performance, what parts you can keep OEM and stuff like that. So it's really helpful to be used as a guide to give you an idea of what where to put some money on and where you can just go and say YOLO. So it's really cool to have, honestly, having like some sort of a Bible of what you need to do and everything. That's like so much worth it. So basically here you can see we have that part there, the rocker that's going to be activating the valves. Well, that here we are upgrading the bearings on the side, and that's probably why they say it's a non-soakable parts at the moment, because those bearings are needle bearings on the side with grease. We are replacing that because they tend to fail, so we are replacing them with bronze bushing, which is like no needles, no grease, just a surface that's allowing movement. So that's gonna be cool. Intakes, so that's gonna be good. Oil pan, that's gonna be good because it's brand new. So we're putting a lot of brand new stuff, so that's gonna help on the cleaning procedure. So that's gonna be cool. And after that, we're gonna be working on the pre-assembly procedure, because here we have the pre-assembly, and basically we're gonna assemble some parts just in a way to make sure the tolerances are good. So this way it's gonna help us make sure that all our parts are fitting together and that we're not running into a disaster right when assembling it. So that's just going to help us like see where the bearings are meeting, like bearing surface are meeting and stuff like that, if the tolerances are good. Because if they are not, and that's what I mean by that, you have all the tolerance like here. So with that, it means that we're gonna be able to look at it. If they are not, well, we might have to buy some other, it's a big project you have undertaken. Oh, hell yeah, mister. And that's the fun part of it, because it's the biggest project I've ever done so far in a car. But yeah, so basically we're gonna be able to measure like all the tolerances and make sure that we have everything under control. Because basically, if everything's under control, if we have everything verified and it checks out, well, that means we are supposed to have a trusty engine under the hand, not like just, oh, I've thrown an LS in my car. No, I have built a proper LS engine to make power, and that's the idea there. I need, for my own safety, for my own good, for my own confidence into myself, to make sure everything is up there and ready to be trashed a little bit, because I don't want that car to just be staying around and not driving at all. I want it to drive, to be reliable as much as possible, and to give me some performance. So all that at once, and that's the hard part. All right, that's a big block. I think it's gonna burn quite hard, that one. Let's do that. So yeah, there's gonna be, this week actually, if we are done with the pre-assembling and just verifying every tolerances, then after that we're gonna be good to go, and next week have pretty much the bottom half done, and in 2 weeks the engine should be assembled entirely. So we received pretty much all we needed to do also the timing and stuff like that. So we should be okay to pretty much make sure everything is under control. Yep, up to setting up the ring, because we need to grind them to open them up a little bit more, so they are going to be boost friendly. So basically the piston ring, when you are assembling everything, you need to make sure that they are the gap, the piston ring gap is large enough to compensate for the boost. Because if you're not doing that and using the factory gap, you're gonna run into the problem of being limited on the amount of boost you can run. Just because if you put too much boost, you might explode a piston in the engine, which is no good. It's pretty much the end of your engine there if you're doing that. So yay! Pum, 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 pum. All right, 3:30. Yep, let's finish that, and then tomorrow vacuum cleaning, installing the table, and starting cleaning the engine block with Scotch-Brite in the morning, and in the afternoon painting it will be the goal. And if we get there, then after that we're going to be able to start preparing for the next morning some parts. And I think the first thing we're going to do is pretty much like clean everything on the engine block and like the inner side of it, and move to pretty much measure the tolerances towards the end of the week. Yeah. I'm saying I'm gonna paint it now, but since we have to clean everything, I don't want to be cleaning over some freshly painted stuff. So we might be actually starting on testing the tolerances, like cleaning everything, the surface we need to measure stuff on, and then after that move to pre-assembling stuff, then remove all that, and after that paint before the final assembly. That might be what we're gonna do actually. It will be a bit more logical. Oh yeah, those blocks are burning forever. But they are not burning too hard, which is pretty cool. I can't wait to sit that engine in there with the transmission and everything. Holy crap, that's gonna be cool. All right, guys. Hey, I think I'm gonna leave it there because basically I just have one piece of cardboard to burn after that, and then I'm gonna be gone. So thank you for being here during that slow stream of just cleaning up everything. As you can see, there's still quite a bit to do even before starting the engine assembly and stuff. Like, there's always few different things. I'm gonna try to get a bit done tomorrow morning, maybe before going on stream, and then after that we're gonna start working on the engine tomorrow. So I'll see you there. I love you all, guys, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the new resub too. Bloodstone Lake, thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.